Before a child is ready to enter school, students are already being prepared for learning to read. They are developing their oral language. This is an aspect of reading that I have never really tried to develop in students. I didn't really think it was important. Once I learned more about oral language, I began to realize how critical it is to learning to read. As an ESOL teacher, I see how students struggle when they do not have a large vocabulary and grasp of the language. An aha moment for me was when I learned that children from English-speaking professional families have 3 times as many words addressed to them as children from English-speaking families receiving welfare. When your home language is different than the language at school, these gaps are even wider. There are students that come to school already with low vocabulary, which causes learning to read and sound words out very difficult. This is perhaps one reason that students struggle in the area of literacy. Before this program, I had never thought about how becoming literate impacts your language development. I learned that learning to read causes you to deepen your knowledge of how words work. Another aha moment came when I learned that the large portion of students' vocabulary growth is dependent on the amount that they read. For some students, their vocabulary growth at a rate between several hundred and more than 1,000 words a year, depending mainly on how much and how widely children read. Reading also plays an important role in the rate you learn vocabulary. The quality and quantity, as well as the variety of text you read, impacts how many words are available to learn. Fiction text and nonfiction text are important as they offer different forms of speech and vocabulary. Vocabulary size is a predictor of success in learning to read. One of the key components of this is that students are reading. The amount that students read inside and outside the classroom varies by student. The more you read, the better at reading you become. Reading increases your ability to read. In sociology, there is a term called the Matthew effect, where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer metaphorically. This can also be applied to reading. Those students learn the skills of early reading early in their educational careers get richer in their vocabulary, whereas those who do not read well only get poorer. A gap continues to widen between those who read well and those who don't.
Created using Powtoon.